Hey there, Dave Gardner here, and I want to welcome you to this video on LipoXPlus. Now, LipoXPlus is one of the new products from the Now Lifestyle and the Now Body System, and it's one of the programs that I have been involved with since early 2017, both as a marketing perspective and as to get myself healthy and to promote some fitness products and supplements as far as the workout activities, the 7-minute workouts, but also some of the great supplements. And they continue to come out with some great supplements. So if you've seen some of my other videos, we have whey protein, we have creatine, we have Elevate Energy Booster, we have the Eliminate, which is just straight up fiber. And now we have the LipoXPlus, which is the Ispaghula Husk, which is also a psyllium fiber. But this one also has proprietary formula with Alpha Lipoic Acid, which is also going to help increase fat burning. And so what's going to happen there is that in addition to curbing your cravings for eating, it's also going to help speed up the process in which calories get burned, and therefore you're going to end up having greater metabolism over time. So recommended dose is 3 pills in the beginning 3 times a day. So before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. So all of that is dependent on you, and if you feel that you're still a little bit hungry, you could ramp up your dosage. And so just looking at the label, it does say it is a weight loss management appetite suppressant. It will help to lower cholesterol. And I'm going to show you a little demonstration here. And so what we have, I have 8 ounces of water. And what we're going to do, I'm going to do like an in-between. And so some people may take more than 3. Some people might go a little bit more. I'm not going to go crazy here because I don't want to waste all my product. We are going to do it with 5. So I got 5 pills here. Put our cap back on, keep the airtight freshness in there. And so each of those pills, as I throw them across the table, okay, about that big, not too big. They're not the smallest pills, but they're also not the largest pills. If you have a problem swallowing pills, you can actually take them apart just by twisting them, and all of the powder will come out nice and easy. And so there we go. I have the empty cap, and that came out nice and easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you what happens here with these fiber materials and what fiber actually does, especially with the Ispaghula and or the psyllium. And so there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and magic number 5. Now all of these coats, of course, would just dissolve. They're probably just a cellulose material. It would dissolve readily just, in the digestive enzymes in your body. And so we are very low on the bottom of this. So I have another clear glass. You can see the level of that glass, and we're just a little bit above that. I tried to level it out as much as I could, and I want to show you what happens just over a few minutes. And so we're going to pour our 8 ounces. It's recommended you have 8 ounces of water. And number 1, you don't want to choke on the pill, but number 2, it's going to allow that to flow through the system, also to move through it. So I'm just going to go through, stir it up here, make sure we got a nice distribution. If you're going to do this as powder, you want to make sure you stir it as quickly as you can, and then drink it up as well and quickly as possible. You could add it into a protein shake, but it's going to thicken that shake up. And so we're just going to let this sit here and work its magic. You can see the stuff kind of spinning around and stirring around there. We're nice and cloudy. And so we have 8 ounces of water. We have 5 of the capsules. Now, just to take a side note here, with some of the products just by themselves, I ended up dropping about 10 pounds in the beginning. This is a couple of years ago, just from using the fiber. And what I did was I started to take the fiber, and I noticed that some of my appetites were suppressed. And so, my normal day would go through and I would be hungry midday at work and I'd want a little snack, or I'd come home from work and I'd want a little snack. And so I noticed that some of those cravings started to die down, or in the evening, again, I wanted to have a snack and just sat there, because maybe in the past I would sit there and I'd eat, a bunch of chips, and then I'd want something sweet, so I'd have some candy. And so that constant flux of carbs and sugars and glucose into my system wasn't good, because I was having peaks and in crashes. I was having energy rushes, and then I was feeling really tired. And so what these things do here with the fiber is it actually slows it down. It makes that a little more level. And it also suppresses that idea of feeling hungry, so I don't want to just go grab those random snacks at times. And so over time, I ended up losing, about 10 pounds, but I also started to work out following the other program inside of our system. And so I may have lost 10 pounds in the beginning, but then I gained a lot of it back because I actually ended up gaining muscle. And so muscle weighs more than fat and takes up less space. So I actually got a better figure, but I actually got stronger. And so in the process over the last couple of years, I've still continued to go up and down. I'll have times where I continue to drop more weight, and that's based on what I'm eating and what I'm consuming, or maybe what I'm drinking. But it's also based on what I'm doing throughout the year. So I teach, and over the summer breaks, I have the ability to go out and walk more and work out more. School year now, I don't have the ability to do as much, but I'm still trying to be as active, and I'm maintaining. And so when I drop weight, a lot of it's because of the dietary changes, but when I increase weight, it's not necessarily always because of, eating and making bad choices, but it's also because I've started to work out more. I'm taking the whey protein, I'm lifting, and so I'm building up muscle. And a lot of people get frustrated when they start diets, is that they will lose weight, but if they're working out, then they start to plateau. And you have to remember, if you're building muscle, you're not going to continue to lose overall mass. So you have to remember that you might actually lose 2 pounds, but you might gain 1 pound in muscle. So really it only looks like you lost a pound, but really you gained, you lost 2 pounds of fat. So think about that and keep that in perspective when you're losing weight, and maybe it stagnates or it starts to slow down, that you have to think about that idea of metabolism. So the more you can do to maybe change up your diet, or maybe to change up your workout, the more results you're going to see. And so with something like the LipoXPlus, you're going to suppress your diet, but also help to burn calories a little bit faster, and then also burn that fat. And it's going to help to break that down. And then, of course, you're going to pass it out through your body. And so if you can sit there and you can, take this in the morning, you're going to have a suppressed meal or craving for a new meal for a long time. And that, again, is going to be a benefit for you. So it's just been a couple minutes. I just want to show you how that has increased in size. Okay, down at the bottom, we can see where it's a little bit thicker. Some of it is settled up, and it will continue to expand. Now, there's still a lot of it floating around in the water, and it's continuing to expand. Each one of them, each little molecule, or each little powder and piece that I pulled apart and dumped in there, has the ability to expand up to 50 times its size. And so once you consume that and it starts to make its way through your digestive tract, it will actually expand and it bulk forms. And what that does is slows the process down. So instead of you eating a candy bar or eating some food, eating some pasta, and all of a sudden the enzymes start to break it down and they rush through your intestines and get in your bloodstream, and you have this big sugar rush, which often is followed by a crash, instead it slows it down. So the absorption rate is going to decrease. So you're constantly getting nutrients across, but it's going to be at a slower rate. And so you don't have those big peaks and those, basically crashes. And so people that are diabetic, this is perfect for them because they want to maintain that blood sugar level. If they are pre-diabetic, again, another perfect thing that would help maintain that level, especially type 2 diabetes. And so just generally looking for ways to maintain weight or ways to lose weight, even if you can't exercise, maybe you don't have the ability, or maybe it's not as easy, or maybe you just don't like to exercise, starting out with a change in what you put in your body is a crucial thing. Okay, it's important what you're putting in your body, not only for, basically minimizing what's going in day after day after day, but also making the potential and maximizing the potential of what you're actually putting in. So are you putting in enough protein? Are you putting in enough, sugars? And are you putting in actually fats? Okay, you do need fat in your diet, but we need to maximize our protein as well. But in the process, we don't want to just load up on empty calories. We don't want to load up on carbs. We don't want to load up on a lot of drinks and beverages, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy it. So me personally, I try to live healthy for the most part, most of the days of the week. Maybe I'll have a little snack every day, but most of my meal and most of my day is pretty good. Or maybe one day of the week, I'll kind of go crazy, go wild, and, have a couple beers, and I'll, I'll still do my supplements, but maybe I'll have, an extra piece of pie or some ice cream or, some other treat so that my, sanity stays and I actually enjoy life. So this is not about total lifestyle change where you're totally shutting it down, but it is about a lifestyle change. Okay, you do have to change a little bit in what you do. If you want to see some results, you have to make some changes. You have to make some sacrifices. So if you are interested in something like this, and again, it's definitely moved up, it's bulked up, it started in form. I'm going to pause this video for a little bit or we'll come back into another video and I'll actually remove the top part of the water and we'll show you what it looks like inside. But I don't want this to go a long time because you have to remember this stuff's going to sit in your system for 10, 20, 30 minutes and expand to help get that basically message to your brain that says I'm full. And that's what usually happens is people will eat and eat and eat and they'll overeat, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes before the brain gets that message that says, oh wait, you're full, stop, and you've probably already eaten too much, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, why did I eat that last piece of pie, or why did I eat that extra slice of pizza? And so if you are interested, what you need to do is just look at that link below, click it, take some serious action. You can check us out and you can check what else is available. You can check us out for free in the link below, but you can also become a distributor as well. And so not only do I use it, but I also promote it. I share it to other people that I feel could benefit from this. And so worst case scenario, let's say you want nothing to do with this, find yourself some ways to improve your life. Find some fiber somewhere or eat more salads. Go for a walk. Go for a workout a little bit. Basically extend yourself. Put yourself into a failure mode sometimes. And so when you can get your muscles to failure, that's when you really start to see growth. So it's kind of like getting comfortable being uncomfortable. The only time you're going to grow is when you get into an uncomfortable zone or things that are out of your comfort zone. And so the same thing can happen with your diet. If you want your body to change, you're going to have to change the way that you actually eat. So we're going to pause this right now. But again, we noticed that there's been a definite change. It was down here originally, and we've basically increased in size. We have to remember it's in water. And so we're going to come back. I'll show either a picture later or we'll do a little clip in addition to this. But I do want to pause this video before it gets too long, and we'll see what that end result looks like of that bulk forming mass at the end. The rest is just to get it to swallow, just so you can keep things flowing through your body. So, all right, so I poured out the water, and we can see there's this like slimy material because again, that has bulk formed. You remember how it was, just a little bit above the bottom, multiplied in size. Again, that would probably continue to expand over time. I only did it for a few minutes just to show you what's going on. It really thickens up, and again, it continues to help suppress your appetite, curb your cravings, balance out your blood sugar levels, and because of the Alpha Lipoic Acid, also going to help increase your ability to burn fat. So check out LipoXPlus today by clicking the link below. Again, this has been Dave Gardner with LipoXPlus. All you got to do is take some serious action today and go down and click that button. Okay, we'll see you there.